do is, in the middle of the pack that I gave you, there's some blank paper. And we're going to do what's called a brainstorming activity now. So I got a group. Let's say we'll do, trying to organize this. We'll do this row and 2 from this row and these 2. We'll do these people here, you guys here, and we'll have maybe the 5 of you guys here, and the 4 of you guys here will be a group. Okay. Now, this is a brainstorming activity. I am going to give you something. It's a scientific tool. It has a very specific purpose. But what I want you to do is make a list collaboratively as your group. And obviously, as soon as we get started, you can shift and move so you can talk with each other. I want you to make a non-judgmental list. So it doesn't matter if you think the idea is good or not good, possible or not possible. Any idea you can come up with, and make a list of as many things you can do with the object as possible. Now, obviously, we want to have some sort of science engineering feel to it. Okay, we don't want to do something that doesn't have a science engineering feel. So I'll give you the item, and then you guys are going to work for 5-10 minutes or so on this. I will give you something to do in between, and then we'll go back again, and then we're going to evaluate our list. Okay? So this is the item. Some of you might know what it is. Some of you might not know what it is. If you don't know what it is, that might be an advantage. Okay? So that's what you guys are going to make your list for. So reorganize your seats. Probably just turn to face. One more. And start making a list of as many as possible collaboratively with this group. Okay, we're going to stop for a second, please. What I want you to do now is just stop what you're doing for a second, and I want you to think of a junk drawer that's in your house or in your bedroom. This is independent work for 1 minute. So think about a junk drawer, Dad's junk workbench, or whatever it is, and make a list of everything in that drawer or in that junky location. Just make a list, everyone independently now, just for a minute or 2. Make a junk list of items that are in your junk drawer. Okay, we'll stop that now. By me asking you to do that junk drawer task, that is a detaching event to give you time to incubate on your ideas a little more, so you can go back to your original list, that junk drawer list. We don't care about that list. You can basically cross it off now. It's not for anything, but to give you time to think. Just so we have a quick survey of where we're at. Who has more than 25 ideas on their list so far? No? No one's up to 25 yet? Come on. You guys are young, bright, and innovative. Go back to the original task. What can you do with the Petri dish? And keep generating ideas for that list. Evaluate your answers now. We are going now, so we're going to use a model by Paul Torrance. Torrance is known for his work in creativity. This activity is a creativity type of activity. And we are going to measure in 4 ways. We're going to evaluate your work in 4 ways. There's a slide. This slide is in your packet as well, but I'm going to take you through it. So fluency. We're going to measure your work for fluency. Count the total number of events or ideas you came up with. And then we'll report back. Count total number of ideas. All right. This group, how many?
I'm still counting.
Still counting. That's a good sign. How many? 30. Huh? This is 47. 20.
23.
23. How many? Okay, so the group with 47 came up with the most number of possible uses for this item. 47. A really innovative group of people, and the amount of time I gave you would probably be about 150 to 200 ideas. Okay? Flexibility. Now this takes a little bit of work because you have to do something with the information. I want you to take the information that you have, your different ideas, and put them in categories. Now you have to determine what the categories are, but group them now and tell me how many categories you come up with. So you have to figure out what your list looks like and what relates to one another and put them in categories. All right, let's see what you got. We gotta sum this up. How many categories? 3 categories so far. This group here? 8 categories. 4 categories. 3. 4. How many categories? 6. Okay. Did anyone put the same item in multiple categories? Good. Okay. Good. I mean, you have to be flexible. The whole point of this activity is to think flexible. Now, for the teachers that are in our audience right now, we don't do a lot of creativity teaching with our students. And I will tell you right now, if we were trying to increase the quality of creativity, this is an SRBI. For those of you that are in the public schools dealing with SRBI, this is a scientifically research-based intervention for promoting creativity. It's unfortunately not one thing that they're looking for right now in terms of increasing quality, but creativity is very important here. Originality. What I would like you to do is find your 3 most original ideas. Decide what your 3 most original ideas are. Okay, let's judge for originality now. What I'm going to do is we'll ask each group to share an item. If no other group has that item, it's rare. It's an original idea. Some other group has it. It's been eliminated. We'll do just one at a time. Okay? So we'll go over here first. One of your original ideas.
A dog chew toy.
A dog chew toy. Anybody have that on their list?
No.
Okay, not necessarily something you do a science project with, but, okay, over here, an original idea.
A telephone.
Telephone. Anyone have that? Okay, that one passes. Don't worry about it. You guys. Original idea.
Are we talking about the experiment?
Apparently, yeah. What did you guys have?
Testing animal cells and their immunity to certain...
Okay, so testing animal cells. Anyone have cell culture stuff in there? Okay, that one doesn't make it. Okay.
Headphone wrap.
What?
Headphone wrap, so you can like wrap your headphones around you, so they don't get closed.
Okay. Headphone wrap. Anyone have something dealing with headphones? So sound. Okay, no good. Next group. A what? A fruit fly trap or house. Anyone have some fruit flies?
We have bugs, so we have bugs.
Okay, no good. A what? A diet indicator.
Yeah, the idea is you put 100 calories in one dish.
Okay, so a vessel for measuring amount. Okay, so they have that. Okay, let's do one more round. Go ahead.
I guess
A drum. So okay, that's it. No good. A compass. Guys, okay, let's stay as a group for a second. I'm going to give you a little break after this. Anyone have a compass? Okay, that's an original.
Testing bacteria in different forms of gravity, such as microgravity to other...
Okay, so testing bacteria. Okay.
cells.
Okay. Now they've elaborated on that more, so that might come to one of the elaboration ideas in a second, so we'll do that in a second.
Cookie cutter?
Huh?
Cookie cutter?
Cookie cutter? I'm confused how that relates to science, but I'm glad you guys are doing lots of ideas. Cookie cutter's no good. Where are we in the middle now? Safety goggles. Polystyrene for safety. There you have it. I'll warn you right now, it's not going to be safe.
We have,
A what?
a mouse wheel.
A mouse wheel. A wheel? Wheels, okay. So, for the functionality wheel. Okay, we'll do the last one, which is elaboration. Which one did you talk about the most and have the most sophisticated interpretation of what you were going to do with it? So, let's hear what the most innovative ideas, or the most elaborated ideas are. I'm going to start with this group in the back because most of the things that they were saying had a lot of elaboration to them. More so, they were describing what the process would be. So, what do you think was one of your most elaborated ideas?
The immunity, like growing bacteria in animal cells and like how they respond versus maybe other mediums.
Okay. I'm not sure you'd be able to grow bacterial cells in, that'd be a disease response type of thing in cells, but nice thoughts. Go ahead, you guys.
We could use it as a microscope slide to examine things. That would be good.
So you talk a lot about using it for mounting, okay?
We can grow bacteria and examine what different things affect the growth.
Okay. You guys?
Used to see the fingertips.
Okay. Reusing it in a different way.
A hook, so you can put it on your wall and hang stuff on it.
And you talk a lot about developing how it will be done. And all.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you wanted to do, if you saw something around the house, they say, I don't know what that is, or I want to do something more with it. I used to do that with my students. I would just bring items that I wasn't using anymore into my house. Students would sometimes take them apart or use them or come up with something. I'm going to bring a garage door opener, a broken garage door opener to school once. There's a lot of components in there that did a lot of different things. Students took them apart. Look for things that you can do something else with. A lot of people talked about what the dish was actually supposed to be used for. The purpose of the activity is also to say, how can you go beyond what is expected? And that's really when you push the envelope of creativity, when you say, yeah, I'm using something for what it's supposed to be used for, okay, how do I push the envelope and think of things that go beyond what I expect them to be used for?